Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry that I'm coming on so late. I've had some things to do today. My son called yesterday and said, oh, we're just letting you know that we'll be by. He lives in Georgia and we're in Florida, and he said, well, we just wanted to give you an estimated time of arrival. We'll be there at noontime on the 6th. And I thought, oh my goodness, I completely forgot that they were coming. So I had some things to do today and that I was going to do tomorrow. And then I remembered I had some appointments and things. Not tomorrow, Monday. So tomorrow's a holiday here in the United States, and it's 4th of July. And so yeah, anyway, I left off with showing you the prayer journal and how we were going to make it. And so I've already covered mine with some paper, and I just kept it like this just because, and I'll keep it like this until I'm ready to put the signatures in, just so that the cardboard, the corrugated cardboard, behaves really well. So yeah, otherwise it gets kind of twisted and what have you. Now I did put paper on the inside, but I didn't like the paper at all. I didn't like the pattern. I didn't like the paper. I just didn't like it at all. Even though I put the felt down, I just wasn't happy with it. So I have a lot of these linen napkins. Some of them are antique, some of them are vintage. So I just put one of those, cut one of those up and put that on. And then I sewed all the way around it. You don't have to sew it. You can just glue it if you wanted to, but I always, sew my covers. And this is just paper. So it actually goes this way. And as you can see, when I did put, originally I had it not clipped. I had it paper clipped, here and here and here and here, like this. And when I took it off somewhere, it tore. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting fabric and lace on it anyway. So, but that's going to be the front. And then this is going to be the inside. And I have some masking tape underneath. So between the masking tape, the felt, the fabric, the paper, I think we're all set. I don't think we're going to have a problem with the signatures. So I'm just going to keep it closed until I'm ready to put my signatures in, just so that it continues to behave. And I'm keeping my spine, sort of rounded, not square or anything. There's that little tear right there. But like I said, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be covering that anyway. So here are my signatures. Now, I told you yesterday that I always do the cover of the signature with the embossed paper, and my embossing folder is this size. So I have to put it, on my 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper this way, run it through, then here, then here, then here, and run it through, and then it gives me my four quadrants. As you can see, maybe in this one, well, it's hard to tell. You can't tell that it's 4 pieces. This is just avocado stain paper, so I'll be using that probably to decorate with or what have you. I couldn't decide whether I wanted the pink or the white. And like I said, this is for a friend of mine who we've known each other since college. We were college roommates, and we were the sisters that God had never given us. And her sister just passed away with a heart attack. So I'm making her this prayer journal, and her favorite color is pink, and I had a lot of pink digitals and stuff. So anyway, this is going to be the one signature, And then I don't even remember how many pages. This is kind of a peach color. And then this is more of a pink, but I don't think it matters. And then I backed it with some backing from, you know, I just ran it through my printer. I already had these printed, and so I just ran it through my printer to back the pages. And this is just a linen that is, it's actually a doily that I copied on the back of one of my French letters. And then the pink again, I just, you know, I like that background. So this is a kit from Angela Kerr. It's her summer mini kit. So I'll get to it eventually, but I'm using the pages now for this. And then this is from another kit. This is from, I've had this kit for 4 years. And it is, I'll think of it, because she changed the name of it, and she's no longer on Etsy. She actually sold all her digitals a long time ago, so I have a whole collection. But I bought this in 2017. And then another pink and white. And then, you know, this is a great background. I printed this on 80% so it wouldn't be so dark, so that she could write on it. And then there's another page from that other kit by, I'll think of it. I can't think of it. They're not in business anymore. She's not in business anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not like you can get the kit again. And then, like I said, this is from Angela Kerr's. You can get this kit. It's called her summer kit. And this was the summer mini kit that I bought, which I still plan on making a mini album with it. I just haven't yet. So I thought I'd use the pages in this. And then this is just an envelope from my in-laws when they used to write to each other. I just printed it out large and folded it like that. They were long distance. They had a long distance relationship for 5 years while they went to college, and then they got married. So I'm just going to put that in here and leave that envelope open somewhere, probably here. So that's all I've done. So that's what you want to do first. You want to choose your signatures, and yeah, and just, you know, then you can just start, you know, decorating or whatever you want to do with them. I always do that first, and I'm not going to be decorating this page, and I don't want to do a lot to it because the embossing can be fragile. It hasn't cracked or anything, and it shouldn't, because it's on copy paper, not cardstock. And if you do this embossing on copy paper, it won't crack. But if you do it on cardstock, it will crack. As soon as, I mean, even if you glue something to it, it will crack. So anyway, that's what I've done. And that will go right here. Or actually, that's upside down. That will go right here. And then this will fit inside here. And all I did was I measured this while it was open. And then I left, and then I took it down 1/4 of an inch from the top. No, I took it down, yeah, 1/4 of an inch from the top and 1/2 an inch from the sides on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. so that all my signatures would fit, and then I cut them all each individually. I know a lot of people, they'll fold theirs and then and it's easy to do. You can do it. I just don't have a lot of luck doing it. But they'll take their signatures like this, make sure everything is lined up, and then they'll clip it like this. And you can do it this way. It's, you know, it's a good way to do it. I just don't have a lot of luck doing it this way. But you clip it with paper clips, and then you flatten it down, and then you hold your ruler to where you need to cut off those edges, because as you put your signatures in, they come out like this. So, but I like to cut mine all individually. It's just me. It's just easier for me. I know that they're all even. I know when you fold it, everything's going to line up at top and at bottom. And then this will go inside here. Forgot a page. This will go inside here. And then this will go inside my cover like so. Like this. And I'm going to be putting some lace and fabric and what have you here, and likely lace down the side. Okay, and this is pretty close. Well, I think it's bigger than a traveler's notebook size, but it's a good size still, and it's still the same size as this one. Although this one looks smaller, I'm not sure why, but it's the same size. So in any event, that's it. So what I thought I'd do is show you two cards that I've made so far. And this is from, Artie Mays. These are her children Christmas collection, out of her Christmas collection. And this is a little girl praying, and I just fussy cut a flower out of some paper that I had in my stash. And, oh, actually, this is out of a magazine. Not a magazine, a book. I cut this out of a book. And I put that on there. And then I coat it with fingernail polish so that it's nice and sturdy and it won't tear or anything like that, because I like it to hang over the edge. And the same thing with this one. You know, I just coated it. Once I glued it down, wanted it all glued, I just coated it with fingernail polish. You can do it with glossy accents, but it makes it very glossy, and I didn't want these to be glossy. I just wanted them to be sturdy. And they are a little, I mean, they feel nice and soft, but and then I took some stickles, gold ones, and I don't know if you can see, but I just ran it across the edge like this. Here's my silver ones, my gold ones. Oh, here they are. I keep them right up on my shelf. I use these, and I just went very, very lightly along the edge like that to put inside one of the pages, and she can write on the backs of them. Okay, so, and this is cardstock. This is copy paper, just regular copy paper. So I did those two cards so far. So that's as far as I've gotten. My next thing that I was going to work on were, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I have to turn on the camera. I do want to put these words on here to make it look like, you know, it's her name, or it just says something. So what I've done is, it was just like this, but I just crimpled it all up like this and made it nice and soft. It kind of makes it like rag paper when you do that. It breaks the fibers of the paper down. And I'll show you, this is a letter I've scanned into my computer and printed. and it was on copy paper. And all you do is you do this after you've done it. And this is on 32 pound. It's better if you do it on lighter weight paper, but you just scrunch it and scrunch it and scrunch it and let the oils of your hands. I did a video on this, on aging paper, a long time ago. You can look in my video list. But you just keep scrunching it like this. And then the oils from your hands just get into the paper, and you know, and then you kind of very carefully open it up. It feels so soft and just, I mean, it's beautiful when you're done with it. And it makes it look like it came out of a really old book. So you just be very careful when you open it. And I don't really need to do it again because I've done it, you know, several times already. But, and it actually makes it harder to tear. It doesn't tear as easily when you do that. But that's how I age my paper, to look really old and look more like the original document. And it feels like suede. It's so nice feeling. So, and this isn't the whole letter. I've used parts of it, so I'll be using parts of it in this project because it's in French. And my prayer cards are, some of them are from France. My holy cards, so I'll be using some of those as well, and I'll be collaging them. But anyway, that's what you do to age paper. And then you just, you know, you could just take your bone folder or your roller. I usually do this on my mat, but this will get a lot of the wrinkles out, but keep the wrinkles there that you want. And then what you can do is take some Distress ink and you can kind of just brush it here and there. You know, don't do the whole thing, but can you see what I'm doing? Because I don't have access really to, I mean, I do have some 1800 paper from Rachel, from Roxy Creations, but it's a lot of it's very brittle. So I've been scanning it, and this is what I've been doing with it, because you can't tell. If I use it and it's brittle, I have to glue it together, and even then it breaks when I bend it. So I'm out of pretty much the 1800s, I mean the 1900s paper, the early 1900s paper. Most what I have left is 1800s, and it's very brittle. So then you just do that, and it really makes it feel awesome. It's like fabric, because paper has pulp, you know, fibers in it. So all you're doing basically when you do that is you're breaking down the fibers in the paper and making it more like the original rag paper that they used to use in books and things like that in the 1800s, which you can't find anymore. So that's all you do. And you could use a darker color to darken up those, you know, the creases, or you don't have to use any ink at all. But yeah, that's all you do. So I'll take my little piece now that I scrunched up, and I'm going to open it up only because that's what I wanted it to kind of look like. I didn't want it to look brand new because obviously she doesn't look brand new. And I'm just going to place this down here, and it kind of brings in her bow and her hair. I'm just wondering if I should maybe take a little piece of this as well. This is just a little piece of my my paper here. And you always want to bring it back this way so that you don't have any white showing. Okay, and then see, I have the flower here. I like to do threes when I do any collaging, so I'm just wondering if that pink is, the pink is too much. It's too much pink, so I might have to use that. I might have to use a little piece of this instead, which is going to be hard to tear, but I'll do it. Yeah, this will be much better. And like I said, tear it away from you so that you don't have any white marks. Which you shouldn't, because it's the same color on both sides, because I printed it on the both sides. And this actually has a date on it, so that's great. I'll just put that there. And I'll bring this down here. And that will collage it nicely. I just want to get rid of this sharp edge. There. And here. And so I'll just give you an idea of how I decorate different things for my journals. And I don't go, you know, crazy with my glue. I just dab little bits. And then I will I won't put it flat down on there. I'll kind of just squeeze it on there so that it looks like it's been there for a very, very long time. So can you see that? Let me shut this light off. I think it's too bright. It's my hot light. There, it's better. Much better. And I did go right over that rose on purpose. And now I will just take this little piece of the paper that I embossed, and I'll put that right here. I don't want to cover that gold up, so I'm just gonna tear that off. And that's all I'm gonna do with this one. And like I said, this is just pink avocado stain paper. And that's it. And that gives me so far one journaling card. But I do see an area that needs to be snipped, which is right along here. It's the backing that I put it on. So that's it. And it looks nice and old. I got that from the Graphics Fairy. It's actually a bookend from early 1800s book. And that's the first one, already done. So, and I don't think I'll do anything to her, except maybe put this little, I'll put that there. Make sure I'm not covering up the roses. And like I said, you don't need a lot of glue, just a tiny little bit. And kind of scrunch it up to make it look more like the picture, because the picture's not new, that's for sure. And this is from one of the Christmas collections from Artie Mays, and I'm not sure which year. I know it wasn't last year because I didn't buy any Christmas digitals last year. I have plenty of Christmas. So that's it. And that's how I did that one. And I also put a little, just a little bit of that, the gold stickles on that one. And she's got her hands up like this. And she's got her hands praying. So those are my 2 cards so far. And I will put those in there. And then I have an envelope, which I wanted to show you. This is the newsprint I was talking about, and this is the color that it comes in. And this is an envelope that I do not know what kit it came from. It was just in my stash under pink. So I cut it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it with this old letter. So all I'm going to do is take it and just go around my edge with my glue, making sure that I get to the edge because I'm obviously not going to be sewing this. Although you could if you wanted to, but I'm not going to be. And I don't glue the inside edge. I just glue the outside. And I want to make sure I come all the way up there. I'm not very straight. It's straight now. And that's the thing I love about the newsprint, is that it's so lightweight. It's almost like tissue paper, but not really. It's heavier than tissue paper. It's almost like the sketch pads that you buy. Only the sketch pads I have to tea dye because they're white. But you have to be quick. I spray tea dye them. I don't soak them because the paper in the sketch pads is so very, very lightweight that if you leave it too long in the tea, then it just comes apart. So I'm just going to cut this off. And I don't know why I'm using my big scissors. Don't ask. It's been like this all day. I think I need a nap. My puppy napped. I gardened this morning a little bit. And it looks like we're going to get some thunder showers soon. But this is so lightweight that, you know, it gives it a little bit more sturdy, but not so much that it bulks it up. So, you know, it's nice. I love it. And I love printing on it. I love the way it comes out. And I love writing on it. It writes really nice. Oh, and watercoloring, you know, making marks and stuff on it. Tearing, if you're going to tear something, if you like to tear. Which I love tearing. And there you go. So that's now the inside of my envelope as opposed to it being all just white. And then I can just fold this in. And fold this in. And then fold this up to here. And then this will come down. And I always leave a little bit of space there at the top. So I don't come all the way down. I always leave a space. I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to, but I always do. Now this is a great envelope for like, you know, to put a Velcro dot, you know, or even a magnet. You could put a magnet, you know, underneath your, between your papers. But I'm not going to do that. I may put a Velcro dot, I'm not sure. But it's definitely going to be an envelope because I actually found some things that I'd like to put in it. So there you go. You've got a nice envelope, and when you open it up, you know, you've got the writing, so it looks really nice as opposed to just being white, and it's not bulky at all. It's just still the same. So I will glue this up and just a smidge on your inside lines, or pretty much in the middle so you don't get anything caught. And then just bring this up. And you don't need one of these. You can use a bone folder by all means. And there you go. There's your envelope. And it's already got a stamp. I'll probably, you know, do my little stamp thing there. I may even put a stamp there, I'm not sure. But it's done and it's ready. And I can just now take it and put it right in here because that's finished. And then I found, let's see. We will make, oh, I made this. This was 3 tags, you know, that you could cut apart. So what I did was I cut one of the tags off, and then I put some spare paper that I had left over from what I had printed I put that in there for writing space. So that's done. And it's just like a little tag notebook. And I'll just put, you know, maybe 2 pamphlet stitch in there with some thread. And so that's done. And then I thought we would do this hidden book page paperclip. And then we'll call it a day. So all this is a piece of book page with a paperclip on it. I've got this one, and then this one is literally hidden on both sides. As you can see, my paperclip was just too long. I didn't have one that was short enough at the time. And these are just 2 little pieces that I cut out this way and put a little bit of antique lace on it. And here's a pocket here. So I have this little piece of note paper that I put on the back of a seed packet that I just cut apart. And I put that in the pocket like that. And then I had this little pretty little tag journaling card, and I put that in the pocket. And then you can put that on the back of your journaling page like that. So let me just get a piece of book page and we'll make one of those. And let me see if that's going to be too bright because I'm starting not to be able to see. Nope, I think it's going to be fine. Let me get a piece of book page and we will make one of those. So all you do to make that is, now let me see if I can remember. Okay, so all you do is, I'm actually going to use a different piece of paper because that's too big and I don't have a lot of big pieces left. So just let me get a different piece of book page. Here's some, tons. So it's just another book page I was thinking about making as well. We'll do that another day. But I like to play with book pages. So let's see. So all we're going to do is, how did I do this? I folded it. I'm going to have to use 2 pieces unless I can find a bigger piece. Okay, this is in French. This is good because I don't know what it says and neither will anybody else. And I don't mind the jagged edges at all. So, all you do is you're going to fold it yeah, I didn't want my words to be upside down, but I guess it doesn't matter. No, that's not folded down. That's folded the right way. Anyway, so we're going to go up like this. Halfway. And then we're going to bring this down here. Like so. I really don't like all that space, so I'm going to just tear it off. Now what you want to do is, and yes, I know mine's jagged, I want it to be. This is even brittle. So then what you're going to do is, I'm just going to snip this side so that it's even. Okay, so then what you're going to do is, can't remember how I did this. Okay, so then you need a paper clip, which is, where are my paper clips? You're going to take your paper clip and you're going to clip this before you fold it. You want to clip this up here. Now you can leave it long so that you can put thread through it, or, you know, lace or what have you, okay? And let me just get my masking tape. You can glue that, but I like to use masking tape for it not to move, because it's just, for me, it's easier. And I'm going to leave mine long because I will hang something off of it. So then you just put that down that way. And you can make this as big or as small as you want of a book page. You know, you could go very long, you could go very short, but the pages in my book are short, so. And so are the prayer cards. And one of the prayer cards, or a couple of the prayer cards, will go in here. So you've got your paper clip, but you don't want to do that. You just want to tape it on one side. So sorry. If you tape it on both sides, you will not be able to clip it. So you just want to tape the inside like that. And you could mass make these. You know, if you're bored and you have nothing to do, you could mass make them. So I'm just going to take a small little small hole punch, and I am going to punch it, making sure I'm in the middle. I'm going to punch it right there. And yes, like I said, I know that my edges are jagged. I want them that way because I want it to look as old as the prayer cards that are going in there, or the holy cards. So I'm just going to ink up that top edge using my antique linen. And my little makeup brush. My husband's coming in and I don't have, I'm off the kitchen where my craft room is. We have French doors, and I don't have the French doors closed, so you might hear him. I heard the garage door open, so you might hear him come in. He doesn't bite, so it's okay. So I'm going to make quite a few of these for my book because I think they're really fun and they're sweet and they go over your pages nice and they look nice. And you can decorate it, obviously. So now all you're going to do is you're going to take your glue, and I'm actually going to use my art glitter glue because I can get a nice thin line so I don't lose any of this. And I'm just going to, I'm going to glue here. And I'm going to glue here. And I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to pinch it in just a little bit so that that pocket, you know, And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, because, yeah, yes, because it's going to go on my, like this. My card's going to slide in this way. Or you could glue all along here and here and leave your top open. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to just glue this edge. And I'm going to glue this edge. And I'm going to just bring it up, give it a little pinch so that I can get things in and out very easily. And then you have a pocket right here. Now let me see if I pulled out some of my prayer cards. Here's one right here. I haven't cut out, finished cutting out yet. I got this off of the Graphic Fairies. And I'm just going to, I see some white and that's bugging me, so I'm just going to kind of cut that. It's got kind of a lacy looking edge. That's why I'm moving it as I'm not moving my scissors. I'm actually moving the picture because kind of got a lacy edge on it. And I might even put a little bit of gold on there too. I don't know. But I know I have to back it because it's just copy paper. And then I kind of do that just to kind of edge it up a little bit. And let's see, what can I back it with? And again, I'm just going to go around my edges. I don't need to use my art glitter glue, but I had it in my hand, so I will. It's a good way to save on your glue, you know, when you're just doing your edges. Because as long as your edges are glued down, you don't need the whole thing stuck down. So I'm just going to put this here. And that will be my back. And I chose the lighter side because it's kind of more springy. It's kind of gold looking, and to me looks more like a, you know, a real prayer card or holy card. And this was off the Graphic Fairies website as well. I didn't get that straight. Fortunately, that didn't dry that fast. Yes, it did. That's why I don't usually use the art glitter glue, because it dries so fast. It is not forgiving. So before you put it down, make sure you want it right where you want it. it's dry, so I'll cut it out. And like I said, I'm kind of moving the picture because it's kind of got a lacy, not lacy, but the edge is kind of different. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just trying to kind of follow that kind of design in there. And I'm wondering if that's from France or, yep, it's French. It sure is. And I wanted to also tell you, if I didn't already, about the New York Public Library. There's over 195,000 public domain items that you can get on the New York Public Library for free. So you just have to search, and I'll give you all that information in one moment, because I mean, it does take time to research it, you know, research what you're looking for, but it's so well worth it because the images are free. So now this will go inside here, and this will get, you know, some sort of a piece of something in it. Have all of this cotton. And of course, it's not gonna tear. And I will put this up here. As you can tell, this isn't a very quick project because, you know, you have to make the ephemera and things like that. But once your book is done, the ephemera, for me, I could make ephemera all day long. I love making ephemera. Some people love making the covers. The covers take me a while. I have to really think about those, especially if I'm making a cover for a specific thing. So that's all I'm going to do. Actually going to shorten that up a little bit. And you want to use your fabric scissors for stuff like this. And then I'm just going to kind of make my edges look kind of raggedy. This is from a bed sheet, but you can use calico. Just want to make it look kind of ratty and old. And there you go. And then all you want to do is take your journal, and this is going to clip right on a page like this. And you have a pocket, and you can put several items in that pocket. You could put it this way. I mean, it'll be sticking out if you put it that way, but anyway, there's that. And where are we with time? 54 minutes. So that's it for today so far. And I'll continue to decorate her. I need to get her in the mail by Tuesday. So I will finish her up tomorrow. I'll video it while I'm working on it and bring you along for some more ideas as to what I do with this. And then I'm going to be doing a week every day for Christmas in July. So please, if you know anybody who would like to watch some items being made for Christmas, to hop on over to my channel. I am in collaboration with Teri S.Lee and Lisa from Lisa's Bling, and I always get that wrong, but I will remember it soon. So anyway, that's it for today. And just to recap, we've got these 2 tags, and I will put some string here, and that gives us, I think, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 writing pages in this little notebook. And that fits in there really nicely, which will just kind of sit in a pocket like this, maybe with a string around it or something. But that's it for now. I'll put that in there so it doesn't get lost. And I will paper clip it so nothing gets lost. And I have it all together. And like I said, I don't ever put my signatures in until I'm ready, you know, at the end, in case I want to sew something along one of the edges, or, you know, I want to put something in it. But so far, so good. And remember, if you are doing the corrugated cardboard, you definitely want to get it all covered, and then you want to just get it so that you have some sort of a clip or whatever to, you know, get it so that it's, you know, behaving nicely, and it's, you know, nice and square, and you've got a good, you know, got a good spine and what have you. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm sorry I made such a mess, and I hope that you enjoyed that video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And please consider subscribing. And to my regular subscribers, thank you for stopping by. It's a real pleasure always. Be safe, be well, and God bless. Bye-bye.